Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Autumn's Allure. Quick market watch for you guys. Today I'm going to be reviewing some of the more popular extra deck monsters that were recently reprinted in the Rarity Collection 2 and 1, and I do hope that you will enjoy. So getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be Appaloosa. So we all know that there's the gorgeous Starlight Rare. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was one of the first, if not the first, Starlight Rare that we had printed here in the TCG. Still very, very expensive. Starlight Rare OG print really did not much care for the reprints whatsoever. Unfortunately, we didn't get the original artwork, only the alternate artwork here as the QCR. I'm not gonna lie, I really do appreciate OG print. I'm definitely an OG print kind of guy. This isn't bad. I'll admit I'm not a big fan of most alternative arts, but this looks pretty sharp, looks pretty smooth. But I don't like it as much as the original print because it doesn't have the big pimpin' polar bear. Like, her riding this polar bear is just so great. Like, this kind of takes the cake for me. Not to diss the alternative art, but unfortunately we didn't get the original one in QCR. I think that would have been amazing, but we do have the Starlight Rare, but unfortunately the Starlight Rare is quite unattainable. It's still very, very expensive. So really quick, we're going to take a look here at the alt art that Rarity Collection 2 donned us for QCR. Starting market price is going to be around 40 bones for onesie stacks. They changed all this up. So really quick, I just want to take a look at bulk stacks. Then it's going to go to about 43 for the first stack. There's a 5 stack here, and then 43 here for this fat stack at 18. So pretty solid on that. Of course, we all know it was a mixed bag with the rarity collections. If you had high rarity cards, the value plummeted. If you didn't have high rarity cards, you were able to get high rarity cards at a very more affordable price point. So, it was a plus and a minus with these sets. You can kind of go both ways. Overall, I think it's nice that majority of players have access to true meta cards at a lot more affordable prices. But me, myself, with many players, took some pretty severe hits, unfortunately. So OG print, can't go wrong with it. Again, Standard Secret, the original Rising Rampage right there with the Starlight Rare. Always goes first edition exclusively, always. This is the way to go. Modi plays are going to be about 10-ish bones, and then there is 2 new mutants here for 12 bones. So honestly, kind of expensive for what it is, because they did, obviously there's a QCRs that are like around 40 bones, but then there's also the standard secrets for the alternative art that got procced in Rarity Collection 2. So I'm really surprised that even this original one is holding so much value. There's one single stack, bulk stack of 7 here for first edition OG standard secrets for 21. So personally, in my personal opinion, I have, this is the one I have. I use the standard secret one. It's not letting me go back for some reason. My apologies. But the alternative art for the QCR, 40 bones is really not that bad. It's not that bad. So I don't want to take too much time in that. I didn't want to go back to the filters and go and take a look at the alternative art. I already showed you guys that. So you guys already know about it. You guys are all smart Yu-Gi-Oh players. So next is going to be IP. So IP is, again, another great generic link card that is always in and out of the extra deck. If you have room, more than likely it's going to be slotted as a one of. We have the alternative artwork, again, just like the unfortunate path of Appaloosa. They only did the alternative arts. I don't like this one. This one I just do not like at all. I know there's some players that I'm sure like this whole motorcycle, waifu. I really am not digging this at all. I like the original artwork so much more. Same thing, kind of following in suit with Appaloosa. The original Starlight Rare is completely, pretty unattainable. Still very, very expensive. Really didn't much care for the reprints as far as dropping too significantly in value. We did get a QCR in Battles of Legends Monsters Revenge, which we already had before the donning of this alternative art. Again, I think this one's so much better. I feel like the fan base kind of agree with that because the price point is significantly more expensive. It looks like it's around 40-ish bones, where it's about just a Phantom under proccing 100 here for the original art. Also, You know, I really do like the prismatic secret rares, which I believe are right here, the 2020 Timmons. These are like insanely affordable and they just look gorgeous. It's really unfortunate that they didn't reprint the original artwork in Rarity Collection 2, because we would have got multiple different secret variants of the original artwork, which would have been really, really affordable. But in a pinch, I think this is a really, really great value. I mean, it's pretty much across the bone like a Phantom under 2 bones. Let's see if we can get bulk prices here really quick. I really hate the way... why do things have to change? I really do not like the new update they did on TCG Player. I don't know who they're trying to impress here, but change is change, I suppose. Okay, so then it goes up a little bit more. It's about 3-ish, 3 plus for bulk prices on that. So that is going to be IP. Next is going to be the long beheld access code. For the longest time, it took forever for them to really start pumping out reprints, and they always came in secret. We got like multiple secrets, but now we have we got the Starlight Rare, we got the QCR now, which looks really, really nice, and then we have the OG secrets. Now, in my personal opinion, yes, the QCR looks really, really great, but again, I'm a big fan of OG prints, and the OG print is just insanely affordable now. I remember this card was extremely expensive when it was a solo print for quite some time. You can get a first edition for, I mean, just a little bit over 5 bones here. These are all pretty much 5, 6. These are all single stack besides this 2 stack right here for 6. Really quick, just because this is just insane. Rarity Collection really just did a script flip on the price of this card. I'm so sorry. I'm totally like this whole orientation, this taskbar, and they just completely changed everything, and it's really throwing me for a loop. I really don't like it, but I'm trying to adjust here. For stacks, it increases significantly, like insanely. Like the first stack here, 5 goes to almost 13 bones, and then 20, and then just more after that. I'm not sure why. That's a little crazy, but you know, onesie twosie stacks, you can get original first edition secret for 5 bones. I hate that it didn't let me go back. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm sorry, it's gonna eat my time. I really didn't want to make this video. If you guys are watching my videos, you guys know I have longer videos because I like to rant, and you know, things like this slow me down. I'm not super tech savvy. I'm really simplistic when it comes to these things, so it kind of eats my time. So here's a QCR. Not too bad. I mean, 30 bones for first edition near mint QCR. This definitely, in my opinion, you know, it looks aesthetically more pleasing than the standard secret. I just like respect the standard secrets from the original core set more, if that makes sense. It's kind of a white Mexican theory thing, you know, food for thought, but not too bad. I mean, 30 bones, QCR, why not? It's definitely a lot more affordable than the Starlight. Goddess is going to be next. So, of course, we have the QCR, Dawning Out Rarity Collection 2. We have the original Blazing Vortex First Secret Standard, which are just insanely affordable, incredibly. And then, of course, there is some prismatic ones, which really look great, too. I really do have a thing for prismatic. Back in the day, like OG Yu-Gi-Oh!, we used to only get prismatics in video game promos. So, pretty cool history merit on that. So, these are insanely affordable now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standard secrets, because, again, I really do respect the original first editions, and these have just plummeted insanely in mark value. This is incredible. I mean, pretty much 2, 3 bones, onesie twosies here that you can get for this original standard secret from the core set. There's a fat sack of 11 here for 2 bones from Overdose Gaming. So props to them to really bagging a steal deal, whoever cops this. That is really, really incredible. And there's no discredit. I really do think standard secret original core sets like the OGs, you have to throw some respect on that. Yes, the QCRs a little bit more shinier. These are actually no, those aren't QCRs. Here are the QCRs. I was going to say QCRs for 5 bones. That's like a steal deal as well. Okay, so Rarity Collection 2 QCRs, wannabe Starlight Rares here, still looking pretty good though. They're about 18 bones across the market. There is a stack here of 3 for, you know, just a Phantom under 18 there. So pretty incredible. Altogether, though, I would really just go for the standard secrets. I mean, 2 bones for stacks of first secrets, like, that's just insane. Moving on to Abyss Dweller. So this is a big one. This is always in and out of the competitive meta scene. And this card is... so, yes, realistically, the highest rarity, hierarchy-wise, and, player-based, popular opinion would be Ultimate Rare, and you are correct. I think that the Ultimate Rare is probably the one that you want to get. It mixed feelings on this, though, because sometimes, like, we got super shafted here in North America. I love Abyss Dweller, and it's not like the ulti looks terrible, but I will admit it's not the best ulti. Some of these OTS ultis are super wonky and just come off like just way off point. Abyss Dweller isn't the worst one again, but when you compare it, it's so heartbreaking when you compare our OTS ultis to like Europrint. Europrint is like liquid gold because it's Euro English specifically, if you can find it, because it's literally like the same language, but it's just like superior in every single way. But these are they're I don't know. I've mixed feelings. It's cool that we got the QCR. I mean, pretty much 7-8 bones, whatever this is. It's cool that we got a secret. That's pretty cool too. The standard secret is somewhere. Right here, like not even a bone. That's pretty cool to, just to have to play. Honestly, everything's watered down now, so I'm not saying to like bulk buy this, but how it is literally like under a bone for this. This is insane. And again, I'm trying to kind of get away from bulk buys, but this is just one of those cards that like pretty much everyone needs a one of. And this is, again, like it's been reprinted to hell. We know that, and it's not like these are going to jump to like 5-7 anytime soon. But I mean, come on, let's be real. Like a quarter of a bone, near mint first edition standard secret 71, insane. No one has an excuse to say they don't have meta relevant cards affordable now. It's just incredible. Really quick, okay, so let me just verify just to make sure that the QCRs are around 7-8 range. So yeah, they're about 7 bones. Quick, there's a 2-stack here for 7. Onesie twosies are 7. Really quick, let's go to bulk prices just to show if there's a price differentiation. And then they go to about 9-10 for bulk prices after that. So not bad. And don't get me wrong, like these QCRs, I haven't seen them in person, but I've invested in a lot of the QCRs from Rarity Collection 1, and they are quite gorgeous, if I do say so myself. But nothing's going to beat the Alti, even though, yes, here in North America, we got a little bit more faded, a little bit crappier Ultimates. This is still going to give you the most value, and it's going to have the longest longevity of value. Starting market price for 1 stacks, lightly played, is going to be about 20 bones, which is incredible for quite some time before these reprints. I think the altis were sitting at, more than double, about 50-60 range quite a while ago, but not bad. There is a bulk stack. The first bulk stack is 2 playsets here, 6 for 23. It's up to you guys on this. If you guys want to get QCR altis, personally, I would go for the altis, but it's a couple more bones. But again, it's definitely dropped significantly with the reprints. Next is going to be something that's a little unexpected. So Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Now, I know that I might be a little biased because the White Mexican is like borderline obsessed with Kashtira. Yes, I love my Kashtira cards, and of course this is a rank 7. It's a generic burner. It's pretty big beater. It's a dark, it's a baddie. It's a Red Eyes card. It's really cool. But I believe that, in my personal opinion, every once in a blue moon, level 7 eccentric decks come out, and in my opinion, that warrants this to be a generic extra deck card. It's insane to have. It's a really great utility card. And again, the Kashtira might just be coming out me of this, but I really love this card. Of course, it has Ultimate Rare, it has QCR, it has all these different rarities now, the purple and the red and all the, clown rarities and all that stuff with the Legendary Duelist or Legacy Duelist, or a lot of reprints. But nothing is going to compare to the original Clash of Rebellion's Ghost Rares. These are just immaculate. They're gorgeous. I have 3 of them for my cashier build personally myself, first edition Ghosts, and they just look immaculate and amazing, and it's a good time. So they're quite affordable now because, you know, the reprints have really drawn down. So we're gonna, you know, completely change this, because again, if you're going to go high rarity, you're always going to go first edition. If they print first edition, you're going high rarity, you have to go first edition. You got to go all out. You got to go big. So first editions here, this is not English here, so 42. So these are actually still pretty expensive when we get over to the first edition copies here. Mod play 42, 44 for a lightly played, and then trickles up to about 50, almost 50 after that. Really quick, let's check bulk prices, because, you know, I like to get things in 3 personally, white Mexican style. You know, just pack of 3, get a binder, put 3 of them in there, your favorite rarity, and you're good to go. 50 bones, 1 stack, 50 bones. This is something I forgot to cover. This is another really cool card too. Not a fan of Ghosts of the Trash. Wait, this wasn't Ghosts of the Trash. This was Ghosts of the Trash. This was from a weird random Legendary of the Deep, whatever. I really like this card too, but for this card, okay, sorry, Red Eyes, we're done. I just wanted to show the first edition Ghosts for that. What did I just do here? My mouse is like malfunctioning here. There also is, so this is the thing. These like random ghosts that they put in these really crappy like Legendary Duelist sets and like Ghosts of the Trash and all this stuff. Yes, they're ghosts, but it's like they're different ghosts. They're just like built different. They're not the same as like the old school core ghosts, like the hybrids from Haunted Mine from the Gold series, or like the original core set ghosts. We actually used to get nice core set ghosts in our booster packs. So I think this is total trash. Like, don't get me wrong. Ideally, I would say, oh yeah, Ghost Rare, it's the highest, because I love Ghost Rare. Ghost Rare is my favorite rarity personally. But it's just, I don't know. They just come off cheap and they're just not as good. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a little crazy. Maybe White Mexican's losing his mind. I'm not really sure. But there is a original Abyss Rising, I believe is the set, Ultimate Rares, which are just so gorgeous and just so superior in every way in the Ghost Mind. But like, look at this. This is gorgeous. Legacy of the Valiant. I messed up the set. Legacy of the Valiant was the one that donned the alties. This looks really, really smooth. This looks nice. Of course, you know, we got to go first edition. Let's see what we got here. About 15, 16 bones, about 20 bones for mod pay. There's a slightly played here for 21. Here's one for 23. So you guys got to get the idea. Roughly around 20 bones. It quickly jumps insanely a lot more after that. But anyway, really quick. So sorry, that was kind of a foxhole, but I forgot about that card, and I think that's a pretty cool generic. Obviously, that wasn't reprinted in the rarity collection, so it kind of went against my whole theme here. But what did I just do here? I just pulled this over. Okay. Dark Law is going to be next. So, of course, we have the alties, which just look amazing. We have the QCRs, which look really, really amazing, too. This is like super Walmart price tags of having a gorgeous high rarity of the card, but not paying the big bone dollar points, you know, fat, heavy price tags here for the alties. Alties are still king. Don't get me wrong. These alties do look nice. I mean, this is still OTS alti, but it's OTS 1 where they did it right. These were fantastically manufactured alties, and they just look really, really great. You know, of course, there's some standard secrets. So we'd be saying like, oh, this is like hero stuff. Why are you showing this? Why are you showing this? Isn't generic? Well, is it whatever the quick play it is that you bust this out? You can, if you really want to, it's not that hard to slap a hero card in a dark or whatever it may be and make this card. And this is a one-sided walking macrocosmos. This card is a beast. It's insane. If people are going to find a way to put it in, they're going to put it in, and it's quite a detrimental card. So really quick, these are what I have personally. I bought mine when Rarity Collection 1 first came out. I don't remember exactly the price point. These look really, really nice. I do like these a lot. They're a fraction of the price of the alties, and they look really, really good. These are 16 bones pretty much all across the board. These are all onesie stacks. Really quick, if you're like me, you like to get a playset, we'll go ahead and switch over to bulk prices just to see if there's a price differentiation. And it's about 20 bones starting market price. This person has a fat 66 stack at 20 bones from Gamer's Choice, so that's pretty cool. Really quick, we'll do a flash review on the ultimate rares, which of course are always going to be liquid gold. They are going to come at a lot heavier price point though. So is this still on 3 ofs? No, it's not. Okay, good. Starting market price, there's 4-in-1s. I really wish that they would sweep away these 4-in-1s that make TCG great again, make TCG player all English. Okay, so just a Phantom under 2 bones. There's a 2 stack here, near mint 189. Another 2 stack here for 193. So about 200 bones, give or take. A lot of good money, but you know, if you have store credit or whatever have you, get this. If not, you know, you can proc 45-60 bones and get a playset of the QCRs, which is definitely no shame in that. Those look gorgeous as well. Dragoon is going to be next. So we have a ton of really cool prints. Starlight Rare from the subset Brothers of Legend. We have the Prismatic Secrets from the 2022 Megatins. We have the original Ultra Rares, which are just disgusting, but they are the OGs, but they're still ultra rare, so they're basically trash. And then we should have a QCR over here. So, of course, idealistically, if you want to go budget mode and still, you know, have some style, I think that the Prismatics have dropped to a point where they're pretty reasonable. Really quick, the QCRs are, and even though I bag on QCRs all the time, let's be real, QCRs are makeshift Starlight Rares, but QCRs are taking over the market. When you compare how many QCRs Konami's making compared to the Starlight Rares, it's like little to none. So if you want to get a card, more than likely, if you have a favorite card, it's more than likely the statistics of it being printed in QCR is a lot higher than Starlight Rare. So if you're waiting for your favorite cards to get that Starlight Rare, like, give up. The QCRs are coming. It's Konami's new Bible, and it's probably going to happen a lot faster than the Starlight Rares. 25 bones. Starting market price here. These are all onesie stacks. There is a 3 stack here for 25, so not too bad. 25 bones, why not? Looks pretty good. It's, you know, makeshift discount price of the Starlight Rare. Really quick, we'll take a look at the Starlight Rare. Keep in mind, this is a subset Starlight Rare, which, in my personal opinion, I like core set Starlight Rares more because they're like original print and the highest rarity, where these are kind of just like thrown in because, I don't know, I guess Brothers of Legend wasn't a terrible subset, but I feel like they throw in these Starlight Rares just because like they know that sales are going to plummet and people aren't going to buy these set, and they have to throw these little random chasers in. About 130 bones. There's a fat stack of 6 here, 2 play sets right here for 130. Not that bad, honestly. This card used to be like, you know, I don't know, like 200 or something like that, 200, 250. So the QCR reprint definitely did help. So completely up to you guys. Personally, I don't know. I kind of want this Starlight Rare, honestly. But with the QCRs being so far behind in price, that's kind of a toss-up. That's going to be player preference. Next is going to be Garura. So my reasoning is super poly. I'm not super into like deep meta. I haven't played in several months now, so talk to a more modern competitive scene player, probably tell you different, but I'm thinking this is more generic because of super polymerization being at 3 and just being a nutty card in general. So we have the QCRs. Where are the QCRs? So we have the QCRs here. Looks like they're roughly about 20 bones. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And, you know, this fusions look nice. I'll admit, like, anything that's fusion for the most part, that's QCR, it's going to look something about, like, the white with the purple. Just, it comes off very, very sharp. It looks really, really nice. Very aesthetically pleasing. It's about 18, 19 bones for onesie, twosie stacks. There is a 2 stack here for 19 near mint first. Why not? If you're like me, again, just go ahead and dish out the cash to get a 3 of, so you don't have to worry about it ever again. Just stick it in a binder. Keep it nice and organized. Be a good Yu-Gi-Oh player. So 20 bones. It goes up to about 20 bones. So 60 bones, get yourself a playset. Why not? Not terrible. Of course, there is the original Power of the Elements first edition ultras, which are very much, well, that's personally, you know, shamefully I admit, those are the what I have, because back in the day, you know, Garura didn't have that many reprints. This was the only one that we had for quite some time. And oh man, these are insanely affordable. That is crazy. Reprint season has rocked the market once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is insane. I remember these were like 20, 15 bones, and are we seriously seeing these at is there no option? Okay, here we go. At a bone that I see. Keep in mind, Power of the Elements is one of the few sets, modern sets, that got reprinted and unlimited. So, you know, just be aware of that. Make sure you're getting those first edition stamps. Not even a bone for bulk stacks of this card. And that goes about 2. That's incredible, but rightfully so, because even though these are original prints, they are disgusting ultra rares and they deserve to be cheap. Okay. Next is going to be Elder Entity Entis. So QCRs dawning from Rarity Collection 1. These are what I got as well. Personally, really do like these a lot. The OGs, interesting enough, were super rare promos out of the 2017 tins. Those are dimes on the dollar now, or pennies on the dollar. So really cool. This is the original, ideally, original like style card here. Standard secrets, pretty cool. Why not? But the QCRs are, you know, take the cake as far as aesthetically pleasing, and they, again, fusions with like all the speckles and the white, you know, the white stardust and fairies and all that look really, really good. About 12 bones, give or take, onesie, twosie stacks, then goes to 13, 14. We'll go ahead and try to switch over to bulk prices. This video is going to be way longer than I initially anticipated. I did not want to come back with like a 50-minute video, but you know, with real Mexican style, this is probably how it's going to end here. So about 15 bones, fat stack of 44. Man, they cracked the crack out of the crack on that one. 44 QCR end tests. It's pretty cool. Again, so there's like traps and different effects that are coming out that you can send cards from the extra deck. So that's why I consider this more of like a generic card, because time and place, depending on format. Another card that I think should be more generic. Some people aren't really popular, or, you know, aren't a big fan of this card. I think this is super good. I think this is a really underrated card. I think you should have at least 1 to 3 of these in your extra deck binder, just because it's such a juicy card. The original prints have always been super cheap. There was the prismatic reprints from the tins, which were really cheap as well. And then recently, of course, Rarity Collection 2 donned the QCRs. Now, because these are so insanely affordable, why not just drop a couple bones and get yourself a nice, juicy, succulent playset of QCRs here? Starting market price is going to be about 5-ish bones, give or take, and there is a stack of 8 right here. So 15 bones, you can have your playset. Not that bad, not that bad at all. Next is going to be Librarian. So, arguably, you could debate that the QCR from Rarity Collection 2 is the highest hierarchy rarity. Personally, I think the highest rarity, in my personal opinion, is the Shonen Jump Ultra promos. Now, yes, that's an oxymoron. I said highest rarity with Ultra in the same sentence. That was disgusting. I should probably, you know, go cut my mouth out right now. But this is kind of like the OG, you know, collector style. There is the secret from Legendary Collection 5Ds, which, you know, it's secret, so hierarchy rarity, it trumped this. But personally, I feel like this one's a little bit more difficult to get. And it does, like, you know, it does look pretty sharp. You know, I have to shamefully admit that this era of the Shonen Jump promos, for even, you know, the disgusting rarity of Ultra, actually do look very, very smooth. But the QCR, I think, because it is just, you know, wannabe Starlight rare, and it is very, very aesthetically pleasing. But the most important thing is these are just so incredibly affordable. I don't know if this card was just getting ripped left and right. I mean, they cracked the crack. Everyone cracked the crack out of the cracking crack of this set. Everyone threw it on the market, and all the prices plummeted. I mean, starting market price for this is like not even 4 bones. Starting market price. First stack here is on Phantom under 4 bones, and then there's another stack here for under 4 bones. So, I mean, you know, it's very, very affordable. Like, you can get a playset under 20 bones for QCR Librarian. Very, very insane, and just a great card to throw 3 QCRs in your extra deck binder very affordably. Next is going to be Ancient Fairy Dragon. So this got a QCR from Rarity Collection 1. I got one of these personally. I used to have one or two first edition original ghosts, and they looked absolutely gorgeous. I loved them so much. Unfortunately, I sold them quite some time ago. The original core set, Ancient Prophecy Alti, first looks really nice too. But you guys know me, I'm super biased for real original core, old school, first edition exclusively ghost rares. This just looks so amazing here. We're going to go ahead and take a look specifically at the first editions because it's just very counterproductive to get a ghost if you're not going to get first edition. These are going to be pretty good money. Oh man, these are like, okay, so wow, these are really good money still. So 200 starting market price for Monty Play, 200 plus, then 2.5, then Lightly Played goes a Phantom under 300. So these are kind of unattainable. I'm gonna admit right now, this is gonna be very painful on the market, but this is the long-standing highest rarity. First edition Ghost is gonna be the way to go. Doesn't really look like Rarity Collection changed the market value much on the Ghosts. Don't get me wrong, the Altis are pretty good too. They're probably going to be, well, they're going to be significantly less than the Ghost, but they're still, I mean, keep in mind, they're going to be second rate to the Ghost. So if you want to get a first Alti, I mean, that's definitely going to be your second best bet. Alternatively is going to be the QCRs. Now, I have one of these. I want to get two more. I really do, yes, eventually I want to get Ghosts, but right now it's not really a priority. I'm just, stacking up on playsets of these QCRs. And this QCR looks really good, and for the most part, I mean, I feel like it could be a little more affordable. 14 bones is kind of steep. I mean, it is a QCR, but I don't know, maybe it's just like an Edison card. No one's really using this in present day that I'm aware of, but maybe I'm just, a crazy white Mexican who doesn't know what the meta is going on because I haven't been playing of late. But anyway, about 14 bones. So I mean, not terrible. I mean, 45 bones plus, you can get a playset potentially if there's a playset on here. And we just switch this over really quick, see if we can get bulk stacks up really quick to see if there's a price differentiation. And there is. It's about 16 to 20 bones, so you're going to get hit with the tax of the bulk price tax there if you want to buy more than 3. But honestly, really cool card all around. Next is going to be Trishula. So randomly, maybe not randomly, I think maybe Ice Berries are getting support or something. I don't know. I'm just here. I just report the news that, I know. This has a lot of really cool rarities. Now, personally, in my opinion, the highest rarity, and, rightfully so, the most expensive is going to be the Dual Tomer 4 Parallel Ultra Rares. These look really cool. They're super old, and numbers-wise, they're probably the most difficult and rarest to find. You have the Astral Pack 8 Altis, which look like melted mercury. I love synchros that are like white and silvery and just blend so well with the background of the card. You have the Starlight Rare from Blazing Vortex. Again, Blazing Vortex was kind of a trash set, and they just throw in these random chase cards because I knew the sale was going to be terrible. Hilariously enough, this is insanely affordable for a Starlight Rare, but it's really like a third-rate, high-rarity reprint for the card itself. I believe the original print was Hidden Arsenal, so this is the original print right here. It was Hidden Arsenal, so, these are roughly around 4 or 5, get first edition exclusively. Then they did the DT ones shortly after, and then, a whole bunch of randomness, lower rarity reprints. So, kind of good luck to you. It's up to you guys. Obviously, I think this one is like always going to be king. This is always going to be liquid gold, but it's still insanely affordable. All the reprints really have not impacted this too much. You could get a Starlight, but I feel like the Starlight is like the cheapest of all the high rarities, so I really wouldn't recommend it, even though it is pretty cheap for being a Starlight. The Alti would definitely probably be the second best choice, but in all honesty, I really do, kind of going back to my roots, I really do. Oh, no, there's a QCR. Okay, then here's the QCR right here. So, yeah. Let's see. So, let's just check. I mean, this is going to be kind of crazy. It's going to probably be, like, unpopular opinion, but I really do throw respect on OG first. So, really quick, let me just check out bulk prices, because I'm curious. for first editions. If it's like under 5 bones for a first edition bulk, like that would be insane. It's not. It's about 6.5 to 10. So that's kind of steep given how many reprints, lower reprints rarities. Like this card has just been reprinted to just annihilation. But I'm just curious really quick. So there's a QCR. So honestly, you know, just get the QCR. Get the makeshift Starlight Rare instead of spending, you know, even too much, 75 to 100 or whatever it is. Just go ahead and drop on, you know, 7-8 bones on the QCR, and it'll look almost as good. So yeah, about 8 bones. There's a fat stack of 31. Gamer's Choice killing it here for about 8 bones. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, next is going to be Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So this, unfortunately, unfortunately, did get a ghost rare, which is cool, but it goes to the trash. And again, I might just be super biased. This might just be some, like, you know, white Mexican theory, but really just there's something about these subset, like, non-core set ghosts that just really don't look good to me. They just look very phony and synthetic and just cheap, and I just don't like them. So I personally wouldn't really go after this one. There is a QCR that dropped. There's the original Secrets from Shining Victories, which are super affordable now. I remember this card used to be like a 100 bone card way back in the day in 2016 when Shining Victories first dropped. This card was like one of the most powerful synchros in the game at that point. Insane. Okay, so really quick, let's see. So Rarity Collection 2 dropped a QCR, which this looks really great. Synchros and fusions just look insane in QCR. I really do like the way they blend the colors and tones and all that stuff. About 9 bones. Not bad. 9 bones for onesie stacks. There's a 2 stack here for Phantom under 9. Or Phantom under 10 here. Really quick, I'm going to switch over to bulk prices because, again, you know, pop a play set of these in your extra deck synchro binder and you're good to go for life. These are, you know, in and out of the meta, and they just look gorgeous in this rarity. 10 bones, not that bad. $30 for a play set of Crystal Wing QCR, like, sign me up all day. That's pretty incredible. Before I switch over to the next tab, I do really quickly want to check out these secret rares because, again, OGs, I'm all about it. Shining Victories, original standard secrets. This card used to be a bill. And with all the reprints, it has just plummeted into the ground. Specifically for this one, I am going to check for bulk prices right off the bat because specifically, of course, for first edition and then for bulk prices, because the QCRs are so affordable, these are going to have to be super cheap to compete with that. There is one that's under 5 bones. That's not bad. It's a couple bones, about 3-4 bones cheaper than the QCRs, and then these ones are, you know, these are kind of ridiculous. They're not really. I mean, maybe people will buy them. I wouldn't personally. I mean, at this point, when it jumps to 14, might as well just spend the 7-8 bones to get the QCR. But these 410 ones for 7, these ones like have a chance of definitely being ripped up because original first standard secret 2016 was a long time ago. Last 2 cards are going to be banned cards. Yes, I know they're banned. You know, White Mexican theory, it's not a matter of if a card comes back. It's a matter of when it comes back and if it gets errated. So we have Borreload Savage Dragon. We have some pretty good prints here. We have the Starlight Rare again. The fodder here for this subset, which is not too terribly expensive. You know, $55.79 apparently. And then we have the QCRs that drop from Rarity Collection 1. I do have one of these, looking for 2 more of these. There also is the standard secrets, of course, and then there was a the prismatic ones, which look pretty cool. I had several of these. Sold them off and they were pretty good money. Now I just have the single QCR. So you can go for Starlight if you want, but the QCRs are just so affordable. And again, these are banned right now, so these are cards that are really, really good, but they are recently banned and no one's really looking at them. And, you know, who knows how long it's going to take for them to come back. So it's a good time to take a look at these. And these are pretty much 9 bones all across the board. There is a single playset stack here for $870. Another stack here for $875. So not even 30 bones. You can get yourself a nice playset, throw these in your binder, and be squared away. And the last card that I have for you guys tonight is going to be Baron. This card has 2 really great rarities that I'm particularly interested in. I always debate I'm not sure which one I like more. It's interesting that the QCR is more expensive, probably because, like, popular opinion, it's more aesthetically pleasing than the collector's rare. But the collector's rare is like so much more difficult to get, in my personal opinion, than the QCR. But it's still like way cheaper. So if we look at the QCRs, they're about 15-16 bones. About 16-17 bones for QCRs, and then jump up to about 18. Let's really quick take a look at bulk prices. And these look great. Like the pinks and greens and everything that comes out in these cards and these QCRs just looks gorgeous. 4-stack leading the way for about 20 bones and quickly goes to 25 and then gets kind of crazy with the 40. So significantly more affordable or significantly more expensive than the collector's rares. I'm really leaning towards the collector's rare. Maybe I'm a little biased because I have 3 first edition collector's rares, and that's kind of what I have in my Synchro Extra Deck binder. That's kind of what I'm just sitting on just to like have, just because this card looks really cool. It's a legendary card. It was a powerhouse card for so long, and you know, some people, you know, lose their faith. Oh, it's never going to come back. I personally don't believe in that. White Mexican theory, I believe that everything comes back again, just a matter of how long. So actually, so yeah, right here, this is insane. I remember this was like a 250 bone card when this was a well, I guess the ultra, the disgusting ultra rare came out first, and then the CR. And I remember I paid it. I paid the piper. I paid like 200 plus for my CR just because I didn't want a disgusting ultra rare. I'm too prideful. The White Mexican's too proud to have an ultra rare. He has to get his 250 CR. And now we look at a nice 4-stack for under 9 bones. This is incredible. I really think that this should be nabbed up really quick. If you guys have store credit, you know, if you're watching this video, I would cop this up quickly. This is insane, especially for my personal opinion, the highest rarity and also the hardest to get, the most ration printing of this card. That is all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been a showcasing by Allure. My name is the White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.